Ahmad Hardy. This is really my favorite guy. Now, I'm not including the off-field uh, injury situation with this at the moment. I will touch on it at the end. Everything I'm about to say about Ahmad Hardy is based on what I've seen on the film, on the football field. We'll come back and hit the other stuff, touch on it on the back side. Height, 5'10". Weight, 205. Playing for Missouri, of course. Last year, 256 carries, put out 1,649 yards rushing. That's just on the ground. Tremendous job, 6.4 yards a carry. That's a tremendous yards per carry. There's other guys with higher. We'll touch on some of those, but really tremendous 6.4 yards per carry, 16 touchdowns on his own. Only caught the ball 6 times, but that's the stats on him. Let me get you my notes here. Sorry about my voice. It's drying up as well for some reason. All right, very hard to tackle. This guy is just so hard to tackle. Goodness gracious. He keeps his legs churning and he has powerful legs. I hate to invoke too much the images of other running backs with comps, so I won't do it. But I will just say about Ahmad Hardy, he has powerful legs and he always keeps them moving, keeps them churning. They are always moving. And they're not just it's not like the Flintstone effect where he's running somewhere without going anywhere. He's always moving with a purpose, but those legs are very powerful and he keeps them moving. Tremendous job. It makes him very hard to tackle. He's well built. He's got a lot of muscle and a lot of power and upper body power. Very hard to tackle and bring down, but the larger reason for that seems to be those legs of his that are powerful and always moving in addition to a good, strong upper body. Very hard to tackle. One cut and go. This might be my favorite attribute of his, and he's got a couple that I really do love. But Ahmad Hardy's ability to one cut and go. There is no dancing around. There's no sideline to sideline, big play hunting. There is no hesitation. There is no waiting for a hole to open, although I think he's fairly patient at waiting for the hole to open. But he makes one cut and he goes right through wherever that takes him, whether it's a hole or a defender. It's one cut and go. And I really do appreciate that. I appreciate a running back that is going to make the decision and move. And he has that in spades. And they're usually good decisions. They really are. They're usually good decisions that he's making. One cut and go. Again, he's not wasting time dancing around and he's not moving sideline to sideline hunting for big plays. He's going to get whatever the blocking and his legs will provide. So I really do enjoy that. It's fantastic. Explodes through holes. He's really not looking to go cut the corner, although occasionally you will see him get the corner. That's really not what he's looking for. He'll do an excellent job locating the hole and exploding through that. It really does add to his game. You see so many running backs and ball carriers in general who do kind of struggle with trying to decide where to go, and there's yardage that they're missing consistently, leaving yardage on the field, and that does make a difference. None of that with him. Explodes through the holes. Wherever that first hole is, he finds it. He moves through it. Excellent top end speed and gear. This really surprised me. Once he's to second level, you can see him outrunning defensive backs, and that really did surprise me. I had watched him in live games, and I'd watched him, and I apologize, I can't remember the small school he came from, but I had watched him at the small school before, and I just saw the power. I saw the tremendous physique and the power. What really surprised me last year at Missouri versus outstanding competition. I mean, pretty much the best in the country, right? It's as good as it gets. He has elite speed on the top end. Once he gets clear of the line of scrimmage into second level, he can go. And there are times where he will outrun the defensive backs. And that tells me he's really got an elite gear that he can hit. And you'll see it not just one or two times. I'm not just dealing with flashes here. This is something he consistently shows. All I can say is go check out the film. It's there where he is consistently hitting those elite gears and running away from people. And that's why you see some of these huge, huge touchdowns where it's 50, 60 yards. I mean, just it's fantastic to watch. I love his ability as a running back. And hard to catch from behind. Once he's gone, very difficult to catch. Changes direction easy at full speed. I've noticed this too. He really does not have the dramatic cutting ability of a Kawan Lacey. He doesn't have as large of a cut, as long of a step. It's not as dramatic of a change of direction. But what he does do, and this is so consistent with his game and who he is as a running back, when he's going full speed and he needs to change direction, he can tilt and change direction fluidly, easily without losing that speed. And again, they're not hard cuts. It's not Barry Sanders type change of directions. It's not that. But when he's got a defender in front of him, is going full speed, he can deflect, tilt almost any direction he needs to, and it's very smooth. Really keeps his speed going, and that's why you see so many chunk plays from him. And again, the running I really do love. Now, the one downside of the game for me is not a huge receiving threat, and I don't know that he ever will be. But this guy, this is my favorite runner in the class, and I am definitely considering him in the first round just because of the running. I love it. He's physical. He can break the tackles. He can do all your short yardage stuff. But the best part, the only reason I'm considering him for first round is these huge, massive chunk plays that he gets and gets consistently and gets against top competition. So the speed is there, the tackle breaking is there, the ability to smoothly cut and change direction without losing speeds. It's all there. It's there in spades, and I really do have a consideration for him for the first round, based on what I've seen on the field. Now, just quickly, we'll touch on the off-field stuff. It appears from everything we're hearing, and I don't have in-depth insight into this. From all we're hearing, it feels like he probably was not responsible for the things that happened to him during the off season, other than wrong time, wrong place. But you do have the injury itself, the bullet in the leg to deal with. So stay tuned on that. He's got all summer to try to work back, rehab. We'll see at what point he gets on the field, and then we'll see at what point he gets back to his full self once he gets on the field. I don't figure he'll have any trouble with the power and the strength. I figure whenever he gets back to his normal self, that will all be there. The one thing that you do wonder about and worry about is, will that speed come back? Will it be there? Will the muscle and everything recover? Any bone that may or may not, and I don't have the medical reports, but any bone that may or may not have been affected, does that allow his speed to come back? So if the speed comes back, and we could see it on tape this year for Missouri, then certainly I'm still interested in him in the first round. If the speed's not there, then that's where you can start to see him tumble quite a bit. Second, third, fourth rounds, we'll see. But the speed really is the big thing here. So keep an eye on that. That's Ahmad Hardy.